Today, we are going to talk about Samsung anti-glare removal because we have someone from the European Union who tried to remove the matte finish on his S95F, and it seems like it was a nightmare. Basically, Samsung is either making it different for the European Union and maybe other countries, like the manufacturing process is different and they have not changed anything, it's just the way it is, or maybe Samsung is actually taking actions to prevent people from being able to remove the matte finish, basically to make it harder. So we're gonna be watching some videos that he sent me, and I'm gonna be waiting for him to join the stream. So let me know if you can hear me well, if you can hear my voice well, if the volume is fine. And I'm gonna show you, these are all videos that he shared with me. We're gonna look them up. I have the chat here with me so I can read it. I am also going to invite to this stream, I'm gonna invite Luke. I mean, no heads up at all. Like, I was on the road today, so I didn't have chance to. Let me send Luke an email. Maybe if he's watching me, you can just jump in. Luke is the anti-glare removal wizard, and basically we did a live stream with Luke, and he was the first one to discover that you can actually peel off this matte coating. And for him, it was actually very easy. And not only that, he later discovered that instead of trying to do this, what I'm going to show you in this video, I mean, this is not what you're supposed to do. This is not the way you're supposed to remove the matte finish from the TV. Honestly, if I had to do that, I would be very scared. But what Luke discovered was that actually you can use this wet paper towel method, where you use paper towels and you just let them wet a little bit. You put layer over layer so it feels dampened, and then the matte finish would just peel off very easily. He did that with monitors. A lot of people send me pictures with monitors. Some people did it with TVs. Some people even remove the semi-glossy finish on their TVs. I'm talking about S90Ds, for example. I wouldn't do it myself because the semi-glossy is not that bad that I'm gonna risk, damaging the reselling value of the TV just to do that. It's not that bad. So I wouldn't even do it. But someone did it, and the wet paper towel method worked. And the reason why it works is because it seems like the way Samsung was slapping the matte finish over the TVs was by using a water-soluble glue. So as soon as you get it wet, it just peels right off. But here's the thing. Here's the big problem. This friend that tried to remove the matte finish in his European Union S95F tried the wet paper towel method for hours. He said he used a lot of water. We're gonna listen to him. We're gonna watch all these videos. We're gonna listen to him, his feedback. I think this is very important, very valuable feedback. And it didn't work. So it just so water was not doing anything to the matte finish. So maybe Samsung, they saw, okay, well, people are doing this. We're gonna change this. We're gonna make that matte finish even harder to remove. And I honestly, I doubt that was the case. I can see how these TVs that get, that are sold in the European Union, they are different. You know, they're slightly different, maybe different manufacturing process, and then it's just different. It's harder to do. But we're gonna check this out. I'm gonna read the comments. Hopefully we get him jumping on the stream soon. I changed the time because I was on the road, so that's definitely my fault. He's not here right now, but you know, most likely he's gonna jump in. I'm gonna pop him on the screen so you can ask him questions, so we can get his feedback. And also, I'm gonna send an email to Luke. Actually, let me do that right now. I mean, it's very hard, you know, when you do things like that. But that's just see, I have been very busy, man. I've been very busy, and this is the time I have right now. So let's see if we can make this work. If not, we can do another live stream with Luke. Let me see if I have Luke here. Yeah, let me send him an email, see if we can see that, and we can have Luke. It would be great to have the AG Slayer here on the stream. I think he removed his YouTube channel. Someone told me. I was trying to see the videos from Luke, and it seems like he removed his YouTube channel. Well, maybe he still wants to jump in. I'm gonna read all your comments. We're gonna watch. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna start playing the video, and then I'm gonna work on that.
So I did actually found a really quick way on how to build this TV really fast as I can manage. I did this progress. I did this progress in like an hour, alright? But I did all of this in 20 minutes. And I will show you how, and I think I can do this whole TV really fast. So I just find the edge of the matte finish, and just saying that's not scratches, that's the residue, alright? For some reason, if you peel it off with knives, it will leave a lot of residue on the panel, and if you peel it with your hand once you have it like this, basically leaves no residue. It's weird. Anyway, so how do I actually do it? Like this. I just make a lot of scratches. Like this on the matte coating. I basically destroy the matte coating, right? It's not like much of a progress, but it's way faster than what I was doing before. I tried to do whole pieces. I tried to cut it as such that I could peel it, but that doesn't really work. So I just destroy it like this, just for a showcase.
By the way, let me just say this before we continue. This is the last thing we would want to be doing to remove the matte coating. The reason why he's doing that is because he tried everything. It was not working. The matte coating was extremely hard. So the thing is, you have to understand, the risk of trying to remove the matte coating is that there's no going back. As soon as you peel just a little bit, then you're committed. You have to finish. So the wet paper towel method was not working. He tried a plastic thing. We're gonna see a bunch of videos. I'm not even sure if this is the very first video. We're gonna see all of them. Maybe it's not in chronological order, but you don't want to be using something like this, because it is extremely risky. I mean, what is the chance of you removing it and not damaging the TV? Now, I'm gonna tell you, he actually told me that it was successful. He said, I was able to remove the whole thing. We have videos here, proof of that. And he said that there was no damage. He said he was able to do it, no damage, but that is extremely hard, man. Like, just imagine you using something like that to remove the matte coating from the TV. I mean, how hard? See, my question is, how hard is that glass on the back that you can point, a surgical knife and not scratch it, not damage it. It's really hard to believe that you can do that and not have any scratches on the TV at the end. Really, really, really hard to recommend doing something like that. I would not recommend it. See, the reason why I've been very excited and wanting, I want to buy the S95F in Black Friday this year, and I've been very, very, looking at the price very closely, waiting for it, the 65-inch to drop like $1,800 max, and then I would jump in and buy it to do this. But if I have to go that far, I would. There's no way I can recommend you spend $2,000 on a TV and then have to use a surgical knife to remove the matte coating. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier because we have seen it. We have seen it with our wet paper towel method. It just peels right off. It's so easy. But if you have to do that, no way, man. I cannot recommend you go and do that unless you really want to have the best panel in the world. You're willing to do whatever it takes, and basically the TV with a matte finish has absolutely no value to you. It's basically e-waste. If you much rather trash the TV because it has a matte finish, then yeah, you have no choice. You have to do that. If you want the best in the world, you don't care about whatever it takes. You have to do that. And if you do that successfully, there you go. And if you have a good panel, yeah, potentially you can have the best panel, best experience in the world with your display. But it's just so much risk. It's a lot to ask. So I'm just gonna make that very clear. I would never recommend anyone to have to do something like that. I wouldn't want to do it myself, honestly. Now, I do have this YouTube channel. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Still a lot of money to spend on a TV to do that. But we did have a crowdfunding. We have so far almost half of the money that a little bit less than half of the money that I'm gonna have to spend on the TV. So that definitely, it's a completely different situation. But if that wasn't the case, there's no way I'm spending $2,000 on a TV to have to use a surgical knife to remove the matte coating. Now, if it was with a wet paper towel method, if that works, then I would do it because that's not big of a deal. Just a little bit of water with the wet paper towels and then it peels right off. I don't see a big risk on that. But on this one, this is next level, hardcore. This is crazy. But the thing is, you have no choice. As soon as you start, you have to finish. So if I was in his position, I would have done exactly the same thing. It is what it is, man. Whatever it takes, we have to take it off. So let's keep watching. See what this is not. Maybe let me move it a little bit. Let me reload this thing.
So I did actually found coating. I basically destroyed the matte coating, right? It's not like much of a progress, but it's way faster than what I was doing before. I tried to do whole pieces. I tried to cut it as such that I could peel it, but that doesn't really work. So I just destroy it like this, just for a showcase. You do not really scratch the glass. I do not even touch the glass. Once I lift it, it's lifted. I do not even touch the glass panel, and even if I did, it would not really scratch. Now, you see this semi-destroyed part. What I'm gonna do is to take this plastic tool and just do this.
You can see there how hard that is.
And now I have a good part of it removed. As you can see,
This took
I
him
try to show you the glare.
the
It's
weekend
not scratched.
to do.
Right? It's not scratched at all.
The weekend to finish.
I do not have a alcohol here to show you, and I will not bring it here now. But I think I can do with this method this whole TV in 1 to 2 hours, something like that. My back really hurts right now, so I may go to sleep now. But you can do this basically in 1 day if you use this method. If I didn't have the plastic knife, it would be basically torture. But once you get this, and you use your X-Acto knife in a way that you just damage the surface and you scrub it down, it seems
Dark Souls slow.
at least compared to what I did before.
I'm gonna read the comments. It's just
Okay.
pop the comments on the chat. I'll read it at the end. Let me watch all the videos first. Let's check this one out.
So, this is my S95F. As you can see, I started the process of removing the matte finish on the panel. I tried many different techniques that
It seems like this is,
described on the internet, including soaking it for 24 hours
look at
in
that.
the stout water and paper towels. I tried even the regular towels and hot water and trying to make it so hot that the glue would come off with heat guns. Didn't
Wow.
work.
It didn't
The
work.
only thing that works, and nobody will show you this, is to buy knife for plastic modeling. All right, people call it X-Acto knife or whatever, but you can find it as a knife that's meant for just your basic plastic modeling needs. And what you can do with this knife is to angle it so that the angle of the knife, the angle of the blade, faces down, all right? Because your fingernail, it's not enough. I will show you that right now, all right? So, I have pretty long fingers, and as you can see, this is the part that's not lifted. And I want to lift it so I can actually peel it, like this.
Look at that.
It's possible to do. So,
Well, by the way, just look at that thing, man. Look at the matte finish itself. Do you see? Here's the thing. I totally agree. It's just crazy to, if you know that this is what you're gonna have to go through to get your TV with a glossy finish, then it's okay. Okay, if you can decide if you want to do it or not. But knowing that, it's very hard. It's very hard to have the confidence and the belief that you're gonna spend $2,000-$3,000 on a TV. You're gonna do that and everything's gonna go well. Okay, you need to be a believer. Okay, you have to pray to all the gods. So it's just a very, very tough proposition. But let's talk about this, man. Look at that matte finish. Do you really think that it is a good idea to slap that garbage on top of the display? That is just for, look, I understand people saying, I really like my TV. I have an S95F, S95D, S95H. I love it. It's amazing. That's perfectly understandable. Of course you love it. Of course you like it. It's the best in the world. Okay, it's just incredible. It's the brightest. When you have a very bright QDOLED, you have an amazing display. There's no discussion with that. But now, what people cannot separate is, I love the TV. It looks amazing. But they cannot separate. But, if it was a semi-glossy finish or glossy, it would be better. Okay, if it didn't have that matte finish. So people get to love the TV so much that they cannot accept that, and then they start defending the matte finish. And here's the problem with defending the matte finish. I know that makes you feel better, but the problem is we do not want Samsung to hear, oh, we love this matte finish, because they're gonna keep doing it. Okay, and it's bad for us. Okay, it's bad. It's terrible, actually. They are ruining the best displays in the world. They are totally ruining. The message we want to send is this sucks. This matte finish thing, it just absolutely sucks. And the thing is, why? Why can Samsung not make a matte finish version and a semi-glossy version? I mean, how hard is that? How hard for Samsung is to release a TV? Okay, Samsung wants to have some WRGB S90H and some QDOLED S90H. I have no problem with that. We know the QDOLED is gonna be way better, and it's not even close. They have to make a distinction. Okay, they cannot call S90H to both TVs. They cannot call S90F if you have a WOLED at a smaller size and then you have QDOLED on a bigger size. They cannot do that. That should be illegal, and they do it anyway. Because they call it OLED, you know. So it's whatever. So it's like Samsung. It's like the ultimate disrespect to their customers. You cannot do that. You cannot just tell me, no, you're so stupid that I don't have to tell you which TV you're buying. You're gonna buy it anyway. That is so ridiculously like crapping in your customers. You cannot do that. I would have no issues if they have a version in a different model that's WRGB, different model is QD-OLED. They have a different model that's glossy, a different one that is matte finish. I would have no problem with that. No issues. You know, I just buy the one that I like and that's it. But the way Samsung is dealing with all of this is making them look terrible. Samsung should, with the technology that they have, they should be the best TV manufacturer, just the best TV you can buy, period. No competition. Why? They have QD-OLED. QD-OLED is the best technology we have. But instead, they create all this friction with people having to go that far to get the TV they want, when they can just easily do it. I mean, you peel off that matte coating, just look at that garbage. You peel that off, and behind that, you have a beautiful, perfect mirror. Now, I wouldn't disagree that, you know, for the general consumer, it's okay to have some anti-reflective treatment. I wouldn't disagree with a semi-glossy finish. I wouldn't prefer that. I would prefer just glossy, perfect mirror, don't care. Completely dark room, okay? But I understand, you know, for the general consumers to have a little bit of anti-glare, it would be okay. But not that matte finish, man. Look at that garbage. That's just horrendous. Just think about that. Put that on top of the windshield of your car and then go out and drive at night when it is raining. Do you think it's a good idea? Of course not. That's just terrible, man. Absolutely terrible what they are doing with their TVs. It's really infuriating, if you ask me. Let's keep watching.
The corners are...
And I'm going to read your comments. So let's watch this and then we'll get into it.
very hard for me. Whatever I tried, it just doesn't stick. The second corner now looks like this. Alright, the matte finish is ruined, but it was ruined the moment they put it on TV, so for me that's really not problematic thing that is damaged right now. But I will show you very closely right now that the panel is actually, it's not scratched. I shined on it, alright, and no matter what I do, I cannot scratch the panel. And I bought this pretty neat tool, as you can see, plastic razor blade. You can find it on the Amazon for $8. And once you lift this problematic part, you can take your plastic razor blade and just move it up and down, real slow, and it will cut and lift, because as you can see, it's angled. You can see the angle. It will lift the matte finish for you nicely. It's a very long process and you can scratch the glass if you try real hard. But I tried this on a similar, I think, degree of resistant glass, scratch resistant glass, which is my old. I have it right here. It's pretty dirty because it has it has pieces of mineral water on it that's dried out on it. But if I try to scratch it, I cannot do it with this. Okay, so it's very, very good for removing this this matte finish. So
it seems like the matte finish is actually very, very hard.
Very slow. And it
I mean, it seems like that glass behind the matte finish is actually very, very hard. It's a very, very it's like a scratch resistance glass. So he's saying basically with that tool, with that plastic tool, he don't see a way of scratching it unless you really, really try. But the thing that's very, very, that looks very, very dangerous to me is that knife that he was using. He explained exactly which knife he got, but that one does look very, very dangerous. Now, once you have it a little bit that's like that, then you can just get underneath with the plastic. I don't see that as much risky, but yeah, that plastic by itself is not gonna do the job. So that's the problem with that.
Comes away from the display, but it's not fast enough, and it takes a lot of time to just get a little bit.
Do you think it says 55? He told me actually. Let's see. I mean, I'm still waiting for him to jump in. I think he told me. I don't remember exactly.
Of it done. You cannot just
What was the size?
put your entire body weight into the panel because the TV is huge and it will crack. And that's one of the ways you can remove very safely the matte finish. But what I wanted to do is to lift these very hardly liftable pieces of the matte coating that broke down because I tried to peel it. It just came right apart, and you cannot lift this piece with your finger. I will show you that. Nobody shows you that. I don't know on the internet why nobody shows you that. Hey, fingertip. Try to.
Look at how hard that is, man.
Doesn't really.
He's just not gonna. It's just too hard.
3 billion years. Yeah.
It's not gonna work with your nails. Forget about it.
It broke down.
Forget about
it. Broke
it.
down. Your fingernail will just destroy it. So if you take your Exactonite or modelless life or whatever, I can't say the word right. I'll show you how easy it is. Okay, you angle it. I'm doing it with one hand, and that hand is actually shaking, and I don't feel this at all. I just angle it right to the display, and I push a little bit. Do you see how easily it went under it? Just lift it a little bit. Yeah, like this.
Wow, man, that sounds like it is
very long time, but
so hard.
You can actually do it if you have steady hands. If you have steady hands, you will not damage your panel. It's doable. And for us, which really like the best panel in the world, which is this QDOLED Samsung, I think this is doable. And why I'm doing it like this?
Now let me say this. Look, he's really a very special, very special. I mean, in that situation, think about it this way. You know, he got his TV. He was thinking, oh, just wet paper towel is gonna peel right off, like people say. Not a big deal. He soaks the TV for 24 hours. He realizes, uh-oh, this is not gonna work. And now he finds himself in a no turning back situation, and with the risk of breaking the TV. And he has this, of course, he needs this positive attitude that it's gonna work. You know, it's not that hard. So you have to understand that you need that kind of mindset to go and very slowly and carefully peel off the entire TV. I mean, you can see there on that video that it is very hard. Like, there's no way I would recommend anyone to do that. Would I do it myself if I didn't have the channel? Absolutely not. Okay, I would not spend $2,000-$3,000 on a TV to do that. Now, if it was the wet paper towel method, yeah, definitely. I don't think that's actually risky at all. It's just a little bit of humidity, then it peels right off. That's not the case, at least in the European Union. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna ask him, of course, to get the label. If he doesn't show that on the videos, we need to see that label in the back, just to maybe identify if there's something that indicates, okay, if you get a TV like this, then you know you cannot do it. Yeah, for sure. If you get a TV that has a label in the back exactly like that one, or something that's identifiable, you know you're in big trouble if you try to remove the matte finish. So I hope we have a way to distinguish. Okay, these are the kind of TVs that are hard to remove, and these are the kind of TVs that you can just use the wet paper towel method. I think that's really what we need to know, because I'm sure a lot of people would be fine with just doing the wet paper towel method. But if they knew, okay, I'm gonna have to do that, there's like, yeah, no way. I'm not doing that. It's just too much, man. It's just too risky, man. Too risky. But again, it worked out for him. He was able to do it. He said he got no scratches, so it worked out. So it is possible. Let's keep watching. I don't know, man. It seems like this thing gets. I cannot pause the videos because once I pause them, they don't work anymore. Let's see if I can get it to load. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read some of your comments and then I'm gonna go keep watching the videos. We have some videos here. We have the results at the end. I watched already these videos, but I haven't seen the last videos he posted, where he shows the final result. Like it's done. It was done. No problem. But I want to show you the process so you see what it takes in case you want to do it yourself. Now let me read some of the comments. So about the Best Buy warranty and all of that, let me tell you, man. I have purchased so far 7 Samsung QDOLED TVs. 7. And out of those 7, I have returned 5. Okay, return or replace 5. Every single time they come here to get the TV, they don't know and they don't care. Okay, it's like, I mean, they let me keep the One Connect box. I'm like, are you sure you don't need that? Yeah, we don't need that. It's not necessary. It's like they're gonna junk the TV. The way they handle the TV and they put it on the back of their truck, it's like they're just gonna throw it away. And that's very sad. The way they handle the TV, it's like that TV is not going to be used again. You know, they don't even put it back into the box. They just throw the TV in the back of the truck, and that's not gonna get back to Best Buy in one piece. I'm gonna tell you that.
And for us, which really like the best panel in the world, which is this QD OLED Samsung, I think this is doable. And why I'm doing it like this? It turns out, and I'm very sure about this, that either the videos from Achilles, the old videos on YouTube channel that now are delisted, do not apply for the EU models. I think they use different glue and different matte coating.
Yeah.
Because I tried to have this soaked for so long, didn't work. And I couldn't find a single video on the internet how someone is about to ruin their S95 panel. Well, potentially. I'm perfectly fine with sacrificing this perfectly beautiful panel. This TV is without errors. It has one hardware error anyway. I'm perfectly fine with destroying this panel while attempting to mod it. Because with matte coating, the TV has very little value to me. I can just throw it in the garbage. I don't care. But if it has this S95F panel and is glossy, suddenly the TV becomes like 3 times worth the price for me.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm doing it. I'm perfectly fine with destroying this TV while attempting to make it fit my use case, which is my stupid eyes just like this better. I will finish the whole product with you after it's done, all right? I will try to go. I'm not shy about this. If I destroy it, I will send you the pictures. I will send you this destroyed panel where I failed, or what to look for, you know, what are the most probable zones, I think, that are most likely to be damaged if you use and like different plethora of tools. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do the whole panel like this. I will stop trying to soak the glue that will just not make the matte finish come off as easily as I've seen in other videos on other QD OLED panels from Samsung that were very easy to peel off. I don't know why this one is different. I actually did it on a cheap panel or TV or whatever. I attempted to do the peel and it was okay. I didn't suffer like this. It was very easy peel after I marinated basically the whole top of the panel in a distilled water. This one, I tried many types of water. I tried alcohols. I tried isopropyl alcohol mixed with water, with soap water. Didn't help, didn't lift it. Even after 8 hours of exposure, even after 24 hours of exposure to it, it didn't do nothing. And I used a lot of water. I had water all over my table, all over my electronics, just everything underwater. So if you think you can do a better job on your S95 TV and you do not fear to make this whole process, you know, let me know. Make a YouTube video, post it somewhere.
That is very important.
That you can do this. Tell people that you actually own the hardware you buy. We are able to destroy it. We are able to mod it. We are able to do whatever the heck we want with the things we buy. Please share this message. It's very important to me that people do not fear to mod their things or to repair them. That's another thing. So thank you for listening for a bit, and yeah, have a nice day.
That is very important. We are not talking about someone who has never done this, because maybe you think, well, maybe someone who just doesn't know how to do the wet paper towel method. I mean, it's very simple. I mean, how are you gonna get that wrong? Distilled water, wet paper towel, it just peels right off. He did that already with a monitor and it worked. So he knows how that looks like. He tried out with the TV, it didn't work. So clearly the TV is different. See, this is just not what we saw, you know, with some people. I mean, right now here in the chat, I've been reading the chat here. At the very beginning of the stream, we have here someone who sent me pictures of his monitor, Caesar Dreams. He removed the anti-glare on his MSI QDOLED monitor. He says, I would do it every single time because the difference was incredible. I mean, he likes the difference. He showed me the pictures. A lot of people send me the pictures with the monitors. So this has been done very successfully many times. That's not the case anymore, at least not on this unit that he got in the European Union. It seems like Samsung changed the adhesive on their panels. Someone here is saying that they did a month ago, and they did this because they are trying to force a fad into the market to differentiate the TVs because they are so garbage. Yeah, I don't know if that's the case, but I mean, yeah, I can see that I can see Samsung doing that on purpose, like straight up, just trying to fight this cost, basically. I don't know why, man. Why would you fight with your customers? That's the most stupid thing you can ever do. Just let people have what they want. They're gonna give you thousands of dollars, okay? Why would you fight with customers wanting to give you money? It's insane. Just give them the option that they want. It's so simple. Just give them a glossy finish. And I guarantee you this, if they put the option glossy and matte on their top of the line TVs, glossy will sell more. Why? I guarantee you, every single YouTuber that has a brain cell out there is gonna say glossy looks better. It's not even close. So anyone who goes on YouTube, you know, art things, whatever, they're gonna say, okay, I should buy the glossy finish. Okay, so I strongly believe they will sell more, but they are so stupid. It's really, really unbelievable. I think the matte finish is a selling point for clueless customers. So basically, people who are not into TVs, they just don't care. I mean, for example, if I go to buy a refrigerator, I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna trust the sales guy at Best Buy, and he's gonna tell me. I mean, I wouldn't do that. I would do my research, but you know, I'm putting myself in the position of someone that's, you know, just going to buy something that you don't know about. But what is the sales guy gonna tell me when it comes to TVs? Oh, look, it's a matte finish. It's a better TV than anything else because you can watch it in a bright room. It's gonna look the best. That's a very easy selling point, but the reality is like not actually. That makes your TV worse. Okay, now let's keep watching the videos. I'll read the comments after we finish, so let's keep going. This is the second video. Now this is the third video. Let's check this one out.
So I realized I didn't show you enough of peeling because I wanted to make this video to show people how it goes with peeling the S95F, at least the EU model, because I couldn't find anything on the internet. So let's get right into it. Yes, I wanted to show you more footage of peeling. So here you go. Just go under it. And now I will start to fidget with. I'm gonna have to lie a little bit on my TV so it doesn't wobble so much. Yes, it went a little bit further. Yes. So it's a very slow process. Very, very slow process.
And it just doesn't want to peel off.
It will get the job done. Alright, let's see how it.
You remember the videos? You remember the videos from Luke? It was so much easier.
Feel how farther I'm getting.
It just wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wants to stop peeling.
For me, I'll have to now lift it with the knife.
Yeah.
With the modern knife.
So you see the process: knife and then the plastic.
Getting a little bit more of it. So I will align it like this, so the blade actually faces down. And just. And I'm realizing I'm not showing you this, but the blade is very, very, very sharp. And if you do not pay attention, and especially if you do not use both hands, which I really should do, the panel will be scratched so deep, I think. It will be very easy to just scratch this to the point that that you pierce even through the polarizer, I think, which would destroy the whole TV. There would be like you know, a rainbow effect all over the grid. So the whole vertical grid of pixels could be damaged, and the whole horizontal grid of pixels could be damaged if you just poke it, which you really should not want to do. But hey, this is a great explanation. Do you see how I just lay it flat? Right, this just perfectly flat, and then apply a little bit of force, and how easily it goes up. Just it does. Do you see that? So you will not scratch your panel if you do this. If you do this very, very, very slowly, you will be able.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
You will be able to do.
It would take me a month to do that because I would be so careful.
If the paper towel.
I would be like.
Work, but it doesn't work.
A month would take me to do it that way.
A little bit harder.
I'm telling you. I could not live stream the whole thing. It's like.
And I will show you that it's not scratched, all right? I'm just not making like the video and scratching the panel under it. No, I will show you the whole process. I felt a little bit of resistance there.
Yeah.
So I maybe scratched it.
And listen to the sound.
So I will.
You can hear how hard that is.
Evidence. Now I will take the plastic Yeah, this is one of the, these tools are very shitty. Like the price of them is, man, the build quality. If I could buy something that's made from metal, I would do it. This is driving me nuts. Now let's see.
We have someone in the chat.
Yeah, I cannot do this with one hand. I'm sorry.
We have someone in the chat that says that an Austrian economist, he said, I tried removing my matte coating from my S95 last year and ended up breaking the TV. Would not recommend unless you are rich. I saved up and just got an LG G5 this year. Can you send me some pictures and videos? That would be great. If you have some pictures of that, that would be great. I would like to share that with people.
Be patient, please. And we'll see.
Now, it is dark, the video right now. I don't know why. It seems like it's loaded. It's not a loading issue. We have more. Okay, let's see another video.
As you can see, now it should be pretty apparent. I'm really trying to show you the state of the panel, and what you see is a residue. That's not scratches, all right? This is a residue.
Yeah, it's like glue residue.
I can move it
with alcohol. Probably gonna wanna go off with alcohol.
So I think this is the way to do it. It will take 8 hours. I don't care. I will put the hours into it.
Oh, for sure.
I will have a nice, glossy, shiny TV. If it has some scratches here and there, I don't care anyway. My eyes are very bad. So this is the way how I'm gonna do it. And I'm very happy that it works. I'm really happy that I can do that no matter how long it takes. If it took a week, I would stand here and I would do it. If it took a month, maybe not. But man, 8 hours, that's everything I need. I will just watch I will watch like 10, TV shows in a row. I don't care, I will do it. So have a nice weekend, guys. I hope you will see this. I'll send this to the Plasma TV because he wanted. I wrote in a chat that I'm trying to attempt this, and he invited me to his stream. I don't know if that happens. As you can see,
I'm still waiting for him. I don't know what happened.
Not that good, but yeah. So
we'll do another stream. If he doesn't pop, we'll do another stream with him.
That you want this panel to be glossy, buy good tools, and it's possible. It's possible if the paper towel method doesn't work for you. Goodbye.
Okay, let's see. This is the thing is I don't know the order of the videos, but here he has. Okay, let's see this. I don't know why it has like issues loading this Apple. It's Apple, of course. We are into an Apple website, so of course it's gonna suck. Okay, so of course.
I'm in the process of peeling my S95F matte finish off my screen, and my back hurts so much from this. So as you can see, it's not really visible in a real world content, at least to the point that the TV is not usable while it's not finished. If you are someone like me who may not get the time to do it all in one day, or the back just hurt. My back is killing me. I've been doing this for
just think about that, man. 2 hours, like
continue. So I
2 hours surgery.
To even use the TV like this because I don't really mind the screen artifact here because of the peeled matte.
Yeah, it's
finish.
partially removed. My God.
I'm gonna show you all the
Oh my
photos.
God.
It will look for you.
That looks like a nightmare, man.
No different luminosity.
Hopefully, it worked out for him.
It's
Luckily,
actually
it worked
visible
out for
is
him.
when the TV is completely off and you illuminate it from the outside. So let's try a red color and just give it a little bit more luminosity. Yeah. It takes a bit for my phone exposure to catch up. Basically, and you can see how much more perceivable the red color is, like already while looking at this.
So basically, he's looking at
Night and day
you know
difference.
matte versus the
It's
TV behind that.
It's better. It's more red. Yeah. I don't know what's about the glossy finish, but it looks so good. It likes a uniform panel. It looks like it's a complete piece of a panel. The matte, on the other hand, in my eyes right now looks like the display has holes in it. Like it's shimmering or something. Maybe that's also this web test.
Yeah, he has an after video. We're gonna see it.
Uniformity controls.
We have the videos after.
It's not important. You can find it on Google, but the red now looks very good. Let's try white. It's a little bit bluish. Yeah, I don't really like this test, but I don't know what I prefer here, to be honest. But the part without the matte coating looks for me the same as the matte coating. Let's try green.
The thing is, these tests,
No,
these tests are blinding. If you put a test pattern with a full screen color, it's
Maybe
blinding. You need a regular
No.
picture.
Let's try blue.
Hey,
No.
let me send it again. Wait, I did send you the
If
link.
I'm in perfectly black room.
Let me
right?
send it again.
So, not perfectly black room, but
Jump
it's
in.
very, very dim here.
I can put you on
I
screen.
won't be able to see things on the floor. So, right now,
I've been waiting for you. I
very hard
I have the
to
Teams meeting
these
open.
colors to my eyes. On the camera, it may look different. But to my eyes, I'm not able to see the difference between here and here.
Let me see.
That's good. That means the matte coating, or even for night content, it's really good. So, but man, the red color, I can see the difference. I can see the difference. It's better. It's just better.
Look, I'm gonna do
It's
this.
not
I'm gonna
just
post the
white,
link
it's
on the
gray.
chat, so you have it for sure.
Do something with the.
No one else use this link, okay? It's just for him.
Oh.
But it's
Alright.
easier for me to just put it on the chat. That's the link.
Yeah.
It's Rosemac.
Like this
He's
because
the one.
checkerboard.
He's the one. So jump in.
I can clearly see here with my eyes, and it's not visible on my display on the camera, that the colors on the left are a little bit different from the colors on the right here. And here in the middle is the panel transition from glossy to matte. Right.
Okay, we got it.
And let's see something akin to black. Yes, this is very, very black. And it's very, very...
Okay, we have here Marek's. Marek, let me see if I can hear you to set up the stream. Can you hear me?
Sure, I can hear you.
Okay. People can hear you too. So now let me put you on screen. You're okay with me showing your face on screen?
Well, sure.
Okay.
I
Let's
don't
do
really
that.
mind.
Okay, let's do that. Let me give me a second to have you. We're gonna. Let's see. So we have the author of the videos. We have him. right here. Let me trying to give me a second. I'm trying to set him up. So let me ask you. So I already have you while I'm working on this. Was it successful? Like, is it working right now? Like, did you damage the TV? Are you happy with it? Let me know.
Oh, all right. So the TV is absolutely in a perfect shape. The panel has no visible signs of scratches. And do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, all right. So, um, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. I immediately after I finished and I polished most of the TV, I tried to play Elden Ring and some 2D games. And it's a real shame I didn't, I don't have footage of my face because you can't really fake emotions. And I was smiling. The first time I saw the Elden Ring with Reno DX mod, I was just smiling and I couldn't stop
Man,
for so long. And it kind of pisses me off because I used this TV for a whole year with Mate finish. And now I see I see the whole TV without it, and it's so good. It's like looking at someone pretty in a mirror, or in something else. Just you see how the image was supposed to look like the entire time you were using the product wrong. It's undescribable. It's beautiful.
man, I'm so happy to hear that because let me tell you, those videos, I was fingers crossed here. I'm like, man, there's no way you can do that and not damage the TV. I was like, I don't see it happening, and I was hoping that you didn't break the TV doing that. I mean, let me ask you. I'm still trying to put you on screen. I'm gonna try something different. Let me ask you. Would you do it again? Like, would you knowing that that's what it takes? Would you actually risk the money of buying the TV and doing that?
I would do this for friends because of like my time is expensive. So, 8 hours of someone times, and especially the toll it takes on you. Like if the easy way doesn't work and you have to do something for 8 hours and you are not good at manual labor, the strain that you will feel on your back and on your hand.
Yeah, stress.
Just-
Like just thinking, oh, I can break the TV. Just the
No, no, no.
stress.
All right. I went into this mentally prepared that I will destroy that TV.
Oh,
right.
I see. I see.
I tactically wait on the S95H to be released in my market, so I have at least an option to buy similar QD OLED because I wanted to get rid of the OCB.
Oh, I see. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because actually, the riddance or the absence of OCB is the biggest factor why I would buy essentially the same panel again. Because, like, I don't hear people talking about this, but you can't reliably connect MacBook to S95F without getting constant signal losses throughout the day. That's horrible.
Oh, and it only happens with the MacBook for you.
Yeah, I have 5090, and that didn't happen once. I had 4090 though, and that I got some signal losses on there.
Oh wow. So it depends on the.
Depends on everything, on the cable, on operating system. I had problems with Linux. Depends on the hardware you have. Really, the OCB is cancer for me.
Wow. So let me ask you. Out of these videos, people want to see the after.
Yeah.
So I guess it's one of these last videos.
Sure.
Or after, no, like maybe this is a good one, right? Like you have a part of the.
So I divided the TV into
The videos on the left, the topmost left videos that there are.
Left.
There are the newest ones, I think.
Okay.
I don't really have a control on the order of the videos. Apple does what Apple does. I hate them.
Oh, I see. Okay, let's see this
to be
one.
my final video. I'm just going
This is the last
to
one.
show you.
This is the 50%.
Adhesive removal. The TV is not polished yet, but most of the adhesive is already gone. So the matte coating is gone, adhesive is gone, and I'm just gonna have to polish the TV to get rid of the smudges. There is a little bit of specks of adhesive every now and then, but that also needs to come off. But I'm really tired, so I'm not going to do it right now. You can
Oh
see
yeah,
that
this is the
panel
last video.
not scratched in any way, and any scratches, micro scratches that you see is just rearranged residue in a form of scratch. You can really remove it even with your finger. So anything that is scratch-like on this video.
So were you able to clean it up afterwards, and it doesn't you don't have any micro scratches on the TV after you clean it up with alcohol or water? I don't know what you use.
Perfectly clear.
Wow. I mean, that's, but my question is, of course, that glass in the back has to be very hard, right? Because you're using that.
It is very hard.
You didn't. So what I don't understand really, and I'm looking at the video, I'm like, how are you doing that with that knife? How can you just get underneath that coating without scratching it? I see it, but I'm like, how hard is that?
Very. With the surgical knife, it was extremely hard to do and extremely slow, and I bought another tool. I bought plethora of tools to do this job, and I can show you which tool I ended up with.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it would be also good if you could maybe share the exact names or the links or something, so I can have in the description of this live stream, when I finish, I can post a list of the things that you really found to be the best, most useful tools. So other people watching this, if they want to do it anyway, they know exactly what they have to get.
All right. So I wouldn't recommend anything other than this. I'm showing it on my camera. I don't know the delay on the stream, but you can see the tool I ended up using in this in the videos. There are many videos.
Which one?
And
Okay, so let's see which one I can see you using that tool. So that's basically the same as the plastic one, but it's metal.
Yes, and because it has bigger surface. All right, it has a bigger surface and it has a razor blade. It's very hard to focus a single point of that blade onto the panel and scratch it. You can really go and put most of your body weight into that tool, and it will not scratch the panel. I tried intentionally scratching the edges of the panel just to see if I do it, if it's possible. It's not.
With that tool you're showing, with that one.
Yeah, I slipped many times and just scratched the entire screen with the tool, and it didn't go through the glass.
Wow.
It didn't.
Can we see, which video, I'm sorry, so which video would be the one where we see you trying that tool out? Would it be this one?
On the left. The video is more to the left.
More to the left, okay, like this one? This one?
I'm sorry, the stream is really...
Yeah, it takes some time, like it has a lag
Yeah.
to it. Let's see, I'll try one of these.
Yeah, and Chad has a good point. These tools are window cleaning tools or stove cleaning tools. The ceramic surfaces or the glass surfaces in your kitchen, they need cleaning, and if you use these, they are really good for TVs like this, if the conventional paper towel method doesn't work.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, this is basically a glass, like the one you would have in the stove. I have one of those, actually. I have one of those stoves. So that's basically the tool to clean that stove.
Yeah. This video is showing 50% progress right now, but it's really delayed the stream, so I don't really know what you are showing right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a video where you use that tool. So I'm going back to see how that looks like.
Man,
okay, here it is. We can see it. We can see it. So this one, is this the first video where you showed the beginning of using that tool?
When I started to using that tool, I completely stopped using any other tool. I would do the entire TV like this.
Oh, okay. That's the way to go then.
Yes. This was, what are you showing right now? That was the first use case that I found intuitive. Just scratch it and go through the least resistance possible with this tool, and it worked really fast. But I wanted to stop changing tools and do entire screen like this.
So this is the beginning of you messing with that specific tool.
Yeah.
Okay. So why is it partially scratched? You using this same tool, you partially scratch it like this?
No, I used a differently shaped Exactonite blade just to make these long scratches, and I thought if I just finish the job with this, I will save myself a lot of time.
Okay, I see.
And it worked. But it was messy. You don't really need to change tools if you can just keep using one.
So then after this video or later, after this video, then you show doing a section with this tool only.
Well, I may fear that this is the last peeling video I show, but it really shows you how the tool can be used. You can just lift the matte coating with this, and you will never scratch the glass.
So for example, if you start with that in this section that is yet not removed, it allows you to just go through,
Yeah.
and when you do that, you're getting out the same section as the tool, like the same thickness as the tool when you're doing. Okay.
Yeah, it's very easy, and you don't have to make those long scratches, but you do have to start at these like at the edge of the coating. You have to do that, because if you just start peeling off the TV in the middle, you may go through the glass. I didn't. I was very careful with the tool.
What do you mean? Like if you start at the middle, you break it?
All right. So the screen has edges, right? So you would intuitively start at the edge of the matte coating. You wouldn't just start peeling the matte coating from these from the center of the screen.
No. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like basically, like I see. Like if you just try to open a hole to start, that like the very beginning needs to be at the edges of the screen. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And Chad has a really good point. How did I get rid of the adhesive? There was I may showed it in the second latest video, how I get rid of the residue, maybe. Because when you use tool like this, it's very different from peeling. If you peel it, it goes with most of the adhesive. So there is basically no adhesive left on the panel. But if you scratch the matte coating off with tool like this, 90% of the adhesive will stay on the panel. And you can really see how messy it is.
So you use, what is that, alcohol or water?
100% isopropyl alcohol. I didn't fear it. I heard it could damage the display. I didn't care.
Oh, and you still use that to remove the adhesive. So that adhesive is actually very nasty, like super sticky, right?
Yeah, and one of the points, I actually think this is a really different adhesive than the YouTubers that tried this a year ago.
Yes.
I didn't smell it. I heard it makes the fumes are horrible. I smelled nothing.
Oh, it's definitely different. Then, like Luke told me, Luke is the one who first did this. He told me the smell was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't smell anything, and I think this is due to regulation, what you can use as an adhesive.
Oh, so maybe. So do you think? See, I want to ask you to send me a picture of the back of the TV. Do we see a picture of the model, the label of the back of the TV?
Sure.
One of these.
Is it visible in the service menu? I modded this TV to be 4000 nits, so I may be able to send you my service menu details.
Sure, but I'm talking about the back label of the TV. Do you show that in any of these videos?
No.
No? Okay. Because I want to have that picture to maybe post that for people who... Because maybe there's a way we can identify, okay, if you have this code, this serial number or something, then that's the new production models that have this new adhesive. Maybe.
All right. I bought the TV day one. I had it basically pre-ordered.
Oh, so this is not a brand new TV you just bought.
No.
This is day one. Oh.
I used it for a year, and once the S95H model came out, right now I can buy it. I was ready to destroy this TV, and I didn't, so I will not buy the new TV.
Oh, I see. So basically, this is most likely a European Union thing, like because of regulations and that nasty adhesive that they use in the US, probably they could not use that because of the fumes, and they use a different one, maybe.
I believe so. There is always a possibility I completely messed up the soaking process. All right, but I will tell you what is the most convoluted method I really tried, and this didn't work, and that actually made me to use knives on the panel. So I tried to peel off the topmost layer of the matte coating, just top of your TV. I made a small incision and I tried to spray alcohol under the coating. So when I peel it, it goes right under the panel, under the coating, and it softens up the residue.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything. And when I tried to clean this residue with microfiber, it did nothing, even with alcohol. I really had to scrape it with combination of alcohol and this I'm sorry, I don't know the razor blade.
Yeah, definitely. And also, you're saying it just doesn't have a smell, so it's definitely different than the one from the US. So, okay, let's start reading the chat, because I have not read any of the questions in the chat. So drop any questions you have for Mark here. So I believe, based on what we've seen, maybe the American models are different, because this is a day one TV, and we know day one S95F from America, it was not that hard to peel. And also, you mentioned in the video that you already peel off a monitor, right? You said,
Yeah.
Okay, so how can you get this wrong if you already have experience? You know what peeling off looks like. So for those people thinking, well, maybe he didn't know how to do the wet paper towel method right, and he did something wrong. You already did that on a monitor.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. So what I'm saying is, you have experience peeling off a monitor using the water.
Yes, I do.
You already did that. Okay, so you know how to do it. Is my point.
I know how it feels. I know how it's supposed to break if you mess it up, but it's still doable. I've seen no signs of this being possible, whatever tools I used. I maybe fried the TV a little bit, all right? I just took a heat gun with thousands of degrees and tried to lift it like that. It made a terrible smell, but it didn't lift a thing.
Wow. So, I mean, you not only you did this, you actually experiment different ways trying to find what's the optimal thing. So you use heat, you use the distilled water, you warm up the water too, you said on the video. You try the water thing for 24 hours. You try alcohol. It's like, it's almost unbreakable, basically.
Yeah, and I can tell you more. I tried this for 14 days. Each day I tried a different method, and nothing worked.
Oh, so when you started sending me the pictures, is when you basically went hardcore with a knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you've been 14 days trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I consulted everyone. I consulted ChatGPT. I consulted actual window cleaners, like people who clean windows. I've consulted hobbyists. All right, everyone I know, and I showed people in person what I'm trying to do, and no one had an idea why the glue wasn't, being softer.
Wow.
It's really weird.
So I mean, some of the things you tried should have worked on many other glues, but it was just not working on this one. Like Samsung really tried to slap that matte finish hard. Now let's read some of the questions. Okay, so So here, someone's asking, someone, oh, this is Ben. It's the one who sent me the 5090. Thank you very much, Ben. So he's asking, as someone with an S95F, how much better percentage-wise is the TV after? So someone that has also an S95F is asking you, do you think it's better? If it is better now, what would be the percentage?
So at night, it's something akin to 20%. During the day, in incorrect conditions, it's actually way worse because the glare artifacts for me are distracting. But once I made the room a little bit dimmer, it went completely away. You will still see your own reflection, but color-wise, it's better all the time. Only the very clear reflections can be kind of distracting in completely white room. I have a white room, it's not light controlled at all, and you can see behind me there is a projector I like to use even during the day, even during the night, to project movies on my screen on the wall. So that may have to change, but really the colors in themselves are really good. I don't even see change that would require me to do a calibration, because I have read that the TVs are calibrated with matte coating in mind, and removing them completely messes up the colors. So either I'm not sensitive to color changes, or I just don't see much difference. That would require me to buy a professional calibration. 20% in the night, less than 5%, I would say, during the day in incorrect conditions. But I think you should consider the 20% I'm giving to the night picture as your daily bonus if you light control your room even a little bit, because diffused reflections are killing me. I don't like that. Ruin the whole screen basically.
So let me ask you, do you notice a difference when the TV is off? Do you notice that the color of that screen, we have this black rays, do you notice that the color changed? Does it look less magenta now? It looks more black, or what?
So the first thing I noticed is that you see colors of your walls in the TV, because it's a reflection now, and I have white walls. So if I see any reflection in there, I will basically get inherent black level rays, because now you see the color of your own wall in that. So you have to be in dark to enjoy this TV in this condition. But I don't see any changes that you mentioned, like seeing less or more magenta colors in it. I don't.
You don't see that difference? Okay.
No.
Because Luke mentioned that when he did it on his S95D, the magenta tint was reduced. Like, it was looking more black. The screen, instead of having this magenta look, it still had it, but it looked more black. So you don't see that difference on yours?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's very, very important to know. So yeah, it's basically a mirror. We can see it here on the video. It's a perfect mirror.
Yeah.
So daytime with this TV being a perfect mirror, it's not gonna be ideal. I mean, instead of blacks, you see the reflection of things in the back. Now, but the interesting thing is, I'm totally expecting that. But the interesting thing is, you're saying at night you can see the difference, because the argument with people who like their matte finish Samsung QD OLED TV is, well, if the matte finish is only a problem during the day and then at night is fine, then why would I remove it? So basically they tell me, okay, you're telling me a dark room is necessary to see shadow detail to enjoy HDR. So if that's the case, and on a dark room you cannot see the difference with matte finish or glossy, then what's the point of trying to remove it? You're telling me you do see the difference.
I do see the difference, and in EU we have laws for car manufacturers. If you have a windshield, it has to pass clarity test. If the windshield doesn't pass a clarity test, you cannot put it into the cars, and they have like a glass clarity index. So we don't see any matte finished windshields, at least in the center. I think that's telling sign. And if someone tells me that matte finish doesn't reduce the clarity of the display, well, buy the cheapest glasses you can find, smudge them with your fingers, put it on your eyes, and function like that for a whole day. It's a little bit different because of how light refraction and diffusion works, but you will get a matte world around you. And then tell me something about glossy finishes. Oh, sorry, matte finishes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think we should have that clarity test for TVs too, so they stop doing
Yeah.
this garbage. So
Yeah.
let me answer this question. So there are blades that are really thin. So here we have What's Up Cheese. He is an expert on. He was saying he is an expert on window cleaners and stuff like that or something. And he said, I had a window cleaning business years ago, and the scraping tools we use was wider, but they are made to clean without scratching the glass and the coating on some windows. So basically he's saying that tool you were using, that's actually their intended purpose. If you have a glass, they are designed to be used to not scratch the glass. Some store windows had stickers. We use water and soap to get the residue off. He says there are blades that are really thin, they bend, which was best for residue, but we always use soap and water. Simply dish soap was the best after testing for years. So he's saying there might be some of these blades that bend. It might be better. I
Yeah.
don't know. I
I
mean, maybe you
I
can.
looked
Yeah, go ahead.
I looked into that in those different blades, but I was scared that the blades would bend, it would shoot off and poke out my eye. I really
Oh,
wanted something that is safe.
hmm. Yeah, makes perfect sense. So Ben here's asking. After peeling the coating, does the screen look like an LG OLED panel, where it's
Oh,
pitch black with reflections, or it literally looks like a mirror?
great question. I had LG C2 before I bought S95F, and the LG C2 was pitch black. And every time I actually gifted this TV to my parents, and every time I go there, I was crying how good the black levels were, firstly, and secondly, how great the glossy panel looked. So every time
That was your
I just
motivation.
yeah, I went back and looked into my S95F. I was just nearly crying because of the contrast that you lose during the day, just inherently because of the diffused image and the reflections from my white walls. Um, so I can tell you the contrast, even in the day, is better for bright content. For low bright content, dark content, it's generally the same. Depends on how well you can tolerate sharp reflections. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, in the night, the contrast is a little bit better. But what actually makes the whole panel better for me is the glossy texture. I don't like the diffusion, it's like a pointy surface. It's like if I took a cone of painting on the image. It makes it much more shallow. You lose a lot of depth because of the matte finish, and that goes completely away. The picture is now beautiful. It's like looking at ink.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely hate that look of that matte finish that basically washes out the section of the screen. Because basically, what the matte finish does is that it diffuses the reflections. So I much rather have a crystal clear reflection than to have that diffuse over the TV. Now I understand Samsung. It would not make any sense for Samsung to mass produce the TVs like this because most people are gonna see the screen and they're gonna be like, yeah, that looks like a mirror. I cannot even watch the TV because most people don't understand you have to turn off the lights. So, but now let me ask you a question. This is a fear that I do have when removing the matte finish. Do you see a reflection of yourself at completely dark room if you have on the screen, because the screen with the brightness, it lights up the room. So if you have
Right.
something bright on the screen, do you see a reflection of yourself on the screen, even in a dark room?
So let's try that. I actually tried this many times, and um, I'm gonna simulate it, all right? Right here, at my right, there is a projector looking, firing very bright content directly at a wall. Each and every other wall in my room is white, so there is a lot of light going around here. And I'm going to open a uniformity test online, and I'm going to darken the whole screen because the test is full screen. So you may see how my camera has to go a little bit stronger on the exposure because the room just got a lot darker. Now the TV is dark. Um, I can see my reflection right. I think it's very sharp reflection, but I cannot see the details. I really can see the blackness of my chair in the reflections, but can't really see the face. Now let's turn off the projector. All right, so I get nearly complete darkness and I can't see anything. Now let me try to fire up a little bit of content, and yes, I can see the outline of my chair because everything around me is white. So basically, I can see white my white walls, but I cannot see myself. So there is very easy solution for this. Just be in a dark den or paint all of your walls black, or at least something akin to gray, dark gray.
I see. So basically, what you're saying is that your screen, because it's a mirror basically,
Yeah,
like you either have a picture or you have such crystal clear clarity that the blacks are basically the reflection of your room.
yeah. And this is the case only for the deepest OLED turned off pixels. As soon as I give even 5% of the luminosity to the whole screen, I basically lose most of the reflections, even in white room if it's dimly lit. So you don't see anything for most of the time while you are gaming. You only see your reflection if if the content is completely black.
Yeah, but
So
I'm just wondering if I'm playing a horror game or watching a dark movie or something, will the darkness ever be black if there is something on the screen that's bright enough to light up the room?
if you are in a black room, I don't think so. Maybe there will be a problem with reflective clothing, like white t-shirt.
I see. Yeah, I see it. I see it. So basically, this cannot be like the total solution. Like Samsung would never be selling a TV like this because really you do need some um, like having an absolutely perfect mirror is not the perfect solution. So basically, max out clarity might not be uh, the best solution because like the only way you would be able to see perfect darkness is if you have perfect darkness. But the problem is on your room. But the problem is as soon as you have anything on screen that is lighting up the room, then there is no perfect darkness. There is a reflection of your room on the TV.
Yeah. But I think you can mitigate this very, very easily by good positioning of stuff in your room and by maybe only blacking out the wall that's directly facing the TV. So
Like
you
I
get rid
have,
of the.
yeah, I do have black walls on this room. Is for that specifically.
Mhm.
But of course, it's not the case for most people, and I think I would still see myself.
Yeah,
on the TV.
surely, especially with newer TVs, because if you get more than 2000 nits on a 10% window, the
Exactly.
more, the bigger is your TV, right? The brighter it is, so it
Yeah.
will illuminate most of the room with you, and
Yeah.
your reflection back on the TV, it will be clearly visible.
Yeah.
So this is not, but also this is the most clear image you will ever get. I don't think that in
Yeah.
this day and age you will get something akin to CRTs, because with CRTs they were smaller, but you had CRTs TVs that were basically mirrors and nobody complained.
Yeah, I
So
see, but I see the, I see the. This happens. This happens. If nothing comes without a trade-off. You want max out this, then something is gonna have to be. So basically, what you have in front of you is max out clarity. So
yeah,
what is max out clarity is a perfect glass, perfect mirror, and as something that perfect is gonna definitely reflect on the screen anything you have. But the thing is, the matte finish is definitely not the solution. Just look at this, what we have in front here. You have part of the screen has the matte finish, and the other part is that perfect reflection. So the thing is, you might not want one or the other. You might want the best compromise. And then the question is, okay, what is the best compromise? What
oh,
is
that's easy.
uh, go
It's
ahead.
an LG coating, what they did, the
Yeah,
anti-reflective. I
yeah,
still don't like it, but it's the best thing I ever saw
yeah.
regarding the picture clarity in all around day conditions. No matter where you put the TV, it will look great. LG has that really, really good.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So let's read some of the other questions we have here. And by the way, I really appreciate you, Mark, for doing this. I think you should upload these videos to a YouTube channel. I would share the link to the channel in a community post. So if people want to see all the full videos, the whole process, everything you did, I think this is very important. Have you done that already, or
No,
okay?
you can do that for me if you want to, if you
But the
can
problem,
combine it.
but the problem is, well, yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do because I would like people to see and hear the videos originally,
Yeah.
like you did. The problem is if I do that on the channel, this is a bunch of videos. This is going to negatively affect the
Oh,
channel. To have
I know.
shorter videos that get less view time and all of that, so it will be a problem. So I think it would be better if you can make any YouTube account, just upload these videos, and then I would share the link so people can go there and see them.
I see what I can do.
Okay.
I don't see a problem with this.
Okay. Okay. Let's read some of the comments here. Uh, let's see. So you can also address any comment you see there. So if LG makes QDOLED, take my money off for sure. But the thing is, the LG would just do the same as Sony. Like they would not be able to just have their WRGB OLED coating because it's a different technology. Samsung would, if they could, they would just have that polarizer, looking like that. But it's not possible because with QD OLED you need that blue pass through, so it works differently. So let's see. So yeah, someone asked again if do you see any big difference in clarity and the contrast. I think you already addressed that, but if you want to talk about that more.
I can talk about. I just. I think at the beginning of the stream when I joined, I told everyone that I smiled nearly for 70 minutes when I tried the TV. I couldn't stop it. It was so much of a difference for me that I got this fuzzy feeling of seeing something or feeling something that you can't really control. It's like laughing. You cannot really fake laugh, all right? And I couldn't really fake this good feeling I got from seeing this TV in its absolute glory. It's subjectively it's better. It's not worse. So I don't know how much objective number can you extract from that, but I would roughly say 20% here and there.
So one thing is for sure, the TV you have in front of you will never happen. Like, you have an experience with that clarity and that, like, no coating at all. Like, you will never buy a TV on the store that's gonna be like that. For
Maybe maybe
okay.
some ungodly CRT TV
Yeah, well, I mean,
for SDR content.
we're never getting CRT back. So
Oh,
so
sure.
I think it's not gonna happen. So, you know, I can see, if we had right now, if we had a Samsung engineer here, like the people who actually, create, design the panels and all of that, they would. I can see them easily saying, "Look, you just ruined the TV. Like, that's not a better compromise. I understand you don't like the matte coating. Okay, we do have some TVs with semi anti glare finish, like semi glossy finish. That might be a better solution for you, but you definitely don't want to have zero anti-reflection, because then you're dealing with this issue that looks like a glass. But the thing is, you do have a very clear display that is giving you a picture quality that you cannot buy anywhere, and it's just never gonna happen, because you will always have some sort of anti-glare, some sort of treatment. Now the question is, do you prefer, I know QD OLED is better, the colors are better, uniformity and all of that, but the question would be, would you prefer a TV, for example, let's say LG releases a TV without the white subpixel. There's already a monitor like that, or monitor, or more than one monitor, where LG just removed the white subpixel on their monitor, so it is RGB. It has the same coating as their TV, as their C2, the TVs we know. Of course, it's not QD OLED colors yet, because it's not gonna be the same as the quantum dots and all of that. Like, it doesn't have the same color gamut as the QD OLED, so it's not gonna be as vibrant. But ignoring the color part, do you think this TV right now you have right there in a dark room, would that be better or comparable to the LG OLED black coating without the white subpixel? Do you think? What do you think about that?
Well, when I decided to buy a QD OLED TV instead of LG G5 or G6, which have the new tandem OLED panel, I thought about the shortcomings of the WOLED technology that I had with my LG C2, and I really didn't see what they addressed with the removal of the white subpixel. What they did, for me, at least physically, the white subpixel, I think, strained my eyes way more than QD OLEDs. But apart from that, if you cannot notice the difference in the image after they removed the white subpixel, then what did they do? Okay, they made the TV more colorful, but still less colorful than QD OLEDs. So for me, it's inferior technology anyway. So I don't know what I'm supposed to look for with that TV. Maybe absolutely perfect black at all conditions, all right? But I can make the conditions for myself. So, if I can fix the problem myself and I will have all of the advantages of the QD OLED, then I solved this comparison. I don't even have to decide anymore, because clearly for me the winner is now the QD OLED.
I see, yeah, and I see what you're trying to say with the CRTs. That they had this, some of them had these, like the blacks. Like, it would never be like the black we see on the LG with that coating. It's like you have that glass look on the darkness.
Yeah.
But CRTs didn't have perfect blacks because of the glow of the screen, but they were very good contrast. So yeah, if you want to jump in with any answering any questions, let me know. Like, someone here is asking, like, this Anna Austrian economist, he said he actually broke his S95. He didn't specify which one. He said he broke the TV trying to remove the matte coating. He's asking, how do you calibrate it after taking the coating off? Because Samsung calibrated after. Well, I mean, we did a stream with Luke, and he professionally calibrated his S95D after removing the matte coating. And actually, we did a live stream with D Nice, who was the professional TV calibrator who worked on that. And D Nice said that definitely there was a difference on the factory calibration after removing the coating. And yeah, you do, you would be better off if you can professionally calibrate the TV. But the thing is, man, in the order of priorities, it is gonna be a lot more bothersome for someone who doesn't like that matte finish look. That's gonna be more bothersome than any shifts in color that you need an instrument to tell the difference. So he said, I mean, Mark says that he doesn't see any big color difference after removing it, but I can see how that would change the color measurements and all of that.
Of course, and you cannot really see that with your eyes. We know that's why we use calibrators, right? I showed you the video with the full screen colors, and basically what I saw on the display was very different with what I saw with my eyes. So we cannot even reliably capture that with traditional cameras. So I don't know what to tell you about this. Of course, it's better to have good calibrated TV, because then you can actually tweak it for something you prefer, and you know from where you are starting from.
Yeah. And so for those people asking about the back label of the TV, he's gonna send me a picture, and I will post a community post with the back label of his TV.
Sure.
You know that maybe that helps to identify, the difference. Like we can figure this out maybe. Because I would like to know, if I buy my S95F, I would like to know, okay, if the back label looks the same, I will be concerned. If there's like a minor difference, I will be concerned, like, oh wow, that's actually the hard glue one. But yeah, and other one, someone else asked about the smell after you removing the matte coating. So he already addressed that. Like the smell was a lot less. Like it was not the kind of smell that Luke was talking about. Like it was a very strong smell, very strong odor. This glue was not smelling that hard, and he even heated up. When you heat up you try heating, you didn't smell it. It was not making it smell more.
Yeah, and I actually know what industrial glue smells like, and this was not it. This was something very different.
Oh wow. So this picture that I'm showing is basically the TV halfway done. So
Yes.
we have some anti-glare still on it. You can see it. That's the black part, and then the part that looks like a mirror, that's the TV without the anti-glare.
Yeah, and this whole progress that is seen on the picture was done in let's say 5 hours or something like that. The half of the TV was done in 5 hours with the usage of the tool I showed.
Wow, 5 hours. Let me get myself off the screen and YouTube so people can see this. So 5 hours to get half of the screen done. But this was 5 hours after 15 days trying to figure out how you were gonna get started. But basically,
Yeah, sure.
Let me ask you, if you knew from the very beginning this is the right tool and that's the tool you're gonna use, how long do you think this would have taken?
If I got this tool at the end of my at the start of my let's say journey to peel off this TV, then this would take like 2 days, tops.
Okay.
But you really have to know everything that I know now. You have to know how to stand in front of the TV, what you can afford to do with your back so you don't feel pain the next day, how to peel it off correctly so your hand won't feel like it's coming off, after 2 hours of doing that. So there are really some things that you need to learn for yourself. Everyone's body is a little bit different, so there may not be like a definitive guide to do this. But if I had the correct tools, and I'm sure I can find better ones that I have right now, then you can do it under 2 days, definitely. If you do it like 5 hours or 6 hours a day, you will do the whole TV and you will even clean it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you don't want to hurry. So you
No,
want to take your time because, I mean, if you make a mistake, uh, that's $2,000 off the window. So, I mean, it is a sauce like hard work. I definitely agree with that. Let me tell you, right now, um, I am still trying to buy the S95F on Black Friday when the price goes down. And I would definitely prefer to get the S95H because getting rid of the one connect box, that's a big
yeah.
deal. It is a big deal. But the thing is, the price difference is just too big. Now, in your use case, you're telling me you have issues with the one connect box connecting some of the things. You're getting some dropouts. I thought, I mean, people are, the feedback that I have gotten is that there's no issues anymore with the S95F one connect box for the most part. But you're saying that you did have issues with your 4080 PC, but not the 5090.
4090, but that's the same generation.
For a 4090, yeah. So there are still issues then with the one connect box.
And it may even depend on the region. We don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So it is huge to get rid of the one connect box, but the problem is the S95H is almost the same TV. The brightness is
Yes.
just a little bit higher for the big brightness and very small windows. And after you go to the service menu, if you go to a service menu on the S95F, you have a brighter TV than the S95H. So it's like, what is, it's just not possible to justify buying the S95H right now for much more money, especially when the price come down during Black Friday. So I think, yes, I would really like the S95H, but there's no way. Like, what I'm looking for, if I'm gonna do this, I'm looking for a very cheap TV so I can risk it. See, I don't want to spend 2,000 right now. It's $2,100 for a 65-inch on Best Buy, the S95F. I don't want to spend $2,100 and then have to do that. Okay, definitely not. So, but
It
if I
sucks.
can, if I can get an open box like I did, I actually bought an open box S95F 65-inch and I spent $1,500. That was a good price. But when I checked the panel, it was full of dead pixels. So now that's another question that I have. What do you think about this, Marek? I have seen already 3 QDOLED panels with a lot of dead pixels, at least 3. And the S95F that I bought had hundreds of dead pixels. So I'm thinking, are these TVs getting damaged? Like this, we're getting dead pixels because of the handling, like people not handling it well. It was not on the original box. This TV was not on the original box. So I'm thinking maybe someone bought it and then they put it in the back of the truck from someone's house and then they're trying to sell it as excellent condition. But my question is, how can you do what you just did to the screen of your TV and not kill the pixels, but then someone, just handling it, touching it with their hands or not putting it on the original box, how can that kill the pixels of the TV and you did not kill a bunch of pixels doing what you just did?
It's a good question because when you actually peel the matte coating, you apply many kinds of different forces to the panel. Sharp, dual, I have been putting nearly entirety of my body weight when I was cleaning up the residue on the panel. It didn't crack. So
Wow.
it seems weird to me how these TVs can get so damaged in the way you are describing. Maybe different regions again, but the glass panel behind the matte coating seems so strong to me. It's as strong as any tablet. It's
Wow.
not it's not anything but less. And what's so fascinating for me is that the only way that I think I can damage this TV is to completely crack it in half. Like punch it
Yeah, yeah.
right into the middle. But that would definitely break it. But I have not been careful. Okay, the steps I showed you in the video, they are nothing like what I was doing at the end when I was just frustrating and tired and peeling it off. I was really lying down on the panel with at least half of my body weight and scraping it down, like if you were scraping off something that's too heated to your stove, you know.
Wow.
Really trying to scrape that thing off, and it went, but
That's
I cannot.
incredible, man, because I remember one of the S95C. So I got the second S95C, and the corner of the screen had the peel. It was starting to peel. You know, you have like a protective layer that you have to peel off when the TV is brand new, right? So it was, the very beginning was peeled off, and then there was some residue from the foam, from that white foam that they used to protect the TV. And right there, the TV had 3 dead pixels right there. So how can this white foam, you know, kill 3 pixels on the TV, and you with a blade putting all the weight on top of the TV, you're not killing the pixels? That's just mind blowing. Maybe the semi glossy TVs are actually different. Maybe they have a different Mahler glass on the back.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, it can be just a question of pure physics, right? So the bigger the diameter of the screen itself is, the more I think, and it will not be a linear function. It will be something akin to, I don't think exponential, but the bigger the screen, the more probable it is that it will break under lower pressure. And yes, and this number
Yeah.
can go down really quickly. Like if you have the biggest screen TV, they do like 120 20 inches, you know, the huge LCDs. They may break even if you, like, you know, pink it with your fingers. If you just clack it with your fingernail, it could break
Yeah.
at that size.
Yeah, so basically you're saying it depends the kind of 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 way it got pushed, it got poked, like it got
Yeah.
what kind of way? Yeah. And by the way, can you share? I think you're a programmer or something, right?
Oh, all right. I am software engineer.
Okay, software engineer. Yeah, I think so. We're talking about someone who is very smart. So
I wouldn't say that, but you know, I can orient myself in the tech space
yeah,
without
yeah.
thinking.
No, but this is important for people to know, because you have to be very smart, very careful if you want to do this. Okay, some people don't have the patience of doing this. Like I have a family member that have some shaky hands because smoking. So you have to understand what you're getting into if you are trying to do this. Now let's see if we
Oh.
have. Go ahead.
So I'm really patient. I can do things for hours, but I'm not careful with my hands, and I'm not like I don't have the precision in my hands that would be really needed for this, but I still did it.
You need a surgeon to perform this operation. So wait, how did the TV stay on the stand when you put that much force on it? I would think the TV would just fall down.
The stand the S95F has been provided with is actually really sturdy. All right. So I can shake the TV, nothing will happen with it, but it will wobble. So the higher you are, the more you have to hold your TV. Or I will just mount it on the wall. If you have a wall mount, that would be the best place to do actually this kind of build.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to find some more questions. So don't the S95H has a 5th gen panel and the S95F has a 4th gen? Well, actually, Samsung has not specified that. I believe it's exactly the same panel. They're just letting it be a little bit brighter. They are claiming that they improved one of the layers to make it more efficient or something like that. But that might be just marketing BS. If it has the same refresh rate and almost the same brightness, especially full screen, I strongly believe they are just reselling you the same TV, same TV as the S95F, just a little bit uh, brighter, or maybe changed in a very minor way. Um,
Oh, and I do have something that I want to share with people.
okay, go.
You can actually sit on your chair while you are peeling off the matte coating. You can do that, and there will be nothing wrong with the TV afterwards, because that's how I did the lower part of the TV.
Okay, well, that's a good to know, because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any issues with a connection on my 4080 and S95F so far. Well, good to know. I mean, it might be an lottery, or maybe the EU. Um, yeah, let's see. Well, I'm trying to go back and see some of the questions. Um, let's see. So I'm curious how the G6 coating would handle reflections of the bright walls. I think the G5, G6, there's a small difference in the coating. I think LG is leaning towards more anti-glare, because of course they want to advertise the TV is glare free and is better and all that. But I think that's a bad thing. It's okay, I understand some anti-glare, but the more aggressive you want to be with it, I think you're leaning towards a worst result. So I'm not sure if the G6 is better than the G5 when it comes to the coating. I would need to take them home, but I think we can all agree that LG has a much better coating. That if you care about the TV looking black and dark, LG has it. But QDOLED is just so much better in every other way that I would not even consider. Like right now, I would not recommend anyone, if you have money to buy a TV today, don't buy anything but the best, and the best is QDOLED. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect with that matte finish, but if you want the best, you have to get that. So I think even the QDOLED with a matte finish is still the better TV. And also, you mentioned something that I feel myself too. Even my LG C1, which is not bright at all, it strains my eyes way more than my QDOLED that's brighter. I can be looking at this QDOLED TV all day long, and I don't get that strain on my eyes. I don't get tired. I don't know why. I thought, well, maybe it's just me, but you're also telling me you had a C2, and you also feel that the WRGB was more, how would you describe that difference? You're talking about that basically.
Yeah, I was talking about that. There are some medical explanations on why the WRGB subpixel layout will strain your eyes more, and it's basically that there is no white light source in nature. You cannot really find it. Even if you really, really tried, white things don't shine into your eyes. Emissive light. Everything is from the sun, right? Or from the fire, and fire is not white, and sun is not white either. So we don't really have eyes for this. That could be one explanation, but we still don't know. I don't think there is any research into this being done correctly, at least. And you will have to just go by your feeling. If you feel something, then well, you are the one who is going to watch the content on this for years, right? So
Yeah,
for me, it's definitely QDOLED.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be the opposite, because QDOLED, I was thinking, well, we have a blue backlight, so I thought, well, blue, that's a worst for your eyes. So I think QDOLED might be harder for my eyes, but it's all the opposite. Like I have no issues looking at this display all day long, and I do have issues, by the way, with LCDs. I don't like that LCD brightness. I have an IPS monitor. I absolutely hate that. It is very, very hard with my eyes. and I definitely don't want to see 500 nits full screen on that LCD at all.
No,
It,
LCDs are causing eye strain at the, uh, I think at the peak SDR brightness, which is to 200 nits, and that will strain your eyes. We have like 40 IPS monitors in our company, and I actually know people who have been like unable to work that day because they
wow.
strained their eyes. So we had to actually start buying different types of monitors for those people.
Yeah, uh, that's so what I see. I mean, my eyes hate LCD. Plasma, you need to publish the measurements of the S95F with matte screen because they are impossible to find, and will prove your points as to whether it's needed or not. Well, actually, we did a live stream with Luke where we showed the measurements from D-Nice after calibration of the S95D after removing the matte finish, and the post calibration results were great. We don't have a before though. We don't have a before and after comparison. But before he did not calibrate it. It wouldn't make any sense to calibrate it before, then remove the matte finish, and then calibrate it again, just for science purpose. But he has calibrated other S95Ds in the past, and he basically said that he did not have an issue making the TV accurate after removing the matte finish and calibrating it. But the thing is, he don't see on his measurements an improvement. A professional calibrator measured an S95D after peeling off the matte coating, and he said he cannot say based on the measurements that TV is better in any way after peeling it off. It was different, but he cannot say. So it's just subjective, basically. We just don't like that matte look.
With QD OLEDs and with OLEDs, I would actually agree. I don't know how the situation will be with LCDs because there are LCD monitors with matte coating you can actually peel off, really cheap ones. And LCDs are notorious for being absolutely uncalibrated, even if they are delivered to you calibrated, in quotations. So maybe you will see big improvement on that. But that's basically, I wouldn't consider LCD a display right now. If you can get TV for $300 or $200, that's actually OLED clearance prices. Really old models, but they will work.
Yeah, definitely. Especially here in the US. I mean, you can always, I have seen this like 4 years in a row, 3-4 years in a row. You can get that 55-inch QD OLED from Samsung, that whatever the model is. Every single year, it drops as low as $800 and a little bit below. I bought mine for $760. I mean, no TV over $800 that's not an OLED makes any sense if you can get that deal. It's just not even close, unless you want just a huge TV, and there are no OLEDs for that at a reasonable price, of course. So
I was talking about 200 to $300 or euros here. You can actually find clearance price OLED for that kind of money. Once a year
oh,
it happens.
Really? Or from the store? From the stores or people?
Clearance prices, I don't know if it was a fluke because a lot of stores went out of business because of COVID. But the prices I saw, they were absolutely unsustainable. So either way, it was clearance price or used box, but the prices were cheap.
Oh no, that's crazy. I mean, 300 euros.
Yeah, but it was like LG C2 3 years after it was released, so or 2 years.
That's insane. So Luke's measurements, the nice video doesn't contact measurements. I don't know, man, what you're really looking for, but we showed the post calibration measurements from D-Nice, but we don't have the before though. I just got the 77. And by the way, I don't want to abuse your time. We have been live already for 2 hours. You let me know if you need to go. I thank you very much for doing this. This is an invaluable information for many people out there who are maybe thinking on doing this. So yeah, just let me know. I don't wanna take too much of your time.
Sure, I have a lot of free time right now, but anyway, I wanted to, acknowledge this. I wanted to make something for the people because there was literally nothing on the internet I could actually grasp and try to, peel off my TV, and some kind of guide I could follow at least visually if the water peel method doesn't work. And I tried many other methods I could came up with, but at the end of the day, I had to peel all of this with sharp knives. And if a thing like this helps someone to get their TV to being a glossy TV, then I'm happy. And
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you in that situation, and then trying to find a video, trying to find information, and you're like, well, actually, I am the information. I no one has done this. I cannot find the references. So basically, you wanted to have a video like this where you could see and have some clues, because it is very stressful. You're a very smart person, but some people might be in this situation. They might just want to throw themselves down the down the building, or I don't know. It's very, very stressful, man. When you start doing it and you thought it was gonna be easier, that's the problem. Your expectation was, I'm just gonna use water, this thing's gonna build right off. You did it before with a monitor, and that was not the case. And yeah, I can see. And it was 15 days. You 15 days trying to figure this out. So I really, really appreciate you doing that. And I'm gonna again, if you upload this to, I think I can try to put all these videos together and maybe upload a big long video just with your videos. Maybe I'll see. But I think it will be very good if you can post them on a YouTube channel so people can access it, and then I would share the link. Thank you very much for the super chat, man.
Well, sure, I can do I can do like one big video, post it there, and you can maybe do a reaction so more people will see that. But the reason I didn't post it anywhere on my YouTube channel, because, well, firstly, I don't have one, at least one that's publicly visible. And second reason is that I wanted to at least maximize the exposure. And I know that your channel is one of the only ones that focuses on HDR experience, like a real gamer, because so many people are out there are just fakes. There is no long video form content anywhere on TVs and on real HDR gaming. There is just no community that is visible whatsoever. Only thing that we got is HDR Discord channel and the Reno DX Discord channel, and that's basically the whole pool of information that's not publicly visible to gain a true HDR experience while you have a high-end display like this. And the only public surface for this topic or theme is basically your channel and maybe two others that really focus on the experience that you will get with OLED and HDR. So I went with the route. So when you offered that you would invite me to your live stream, that I would do these videos and we will get to people to know how to do this, even incorrectly, through the exposure of someone who has actually reached to some kind of community. And I would want this. I would want to say this to people: feel free to judge me. All right, I know this isn't for anyone, and everyone will have an opinion if what I did was wrong or right. I don't care.
You had no choice. You start doing it, and there's no going back. You have to figure it out some way, and you did. And I appreciate you sharing that, because you tried everything basically. You're like, okay, this is the tool. This is what worked. You did it successfully. You didn't destroy the TV, and yeah, some people might try doing it, and they realize it's not as easy. So I think this is great. I really appreciate you doing that. And by the way, are you also working on Reno DX?
Oh, I'm actually trying to use it through AI. I'm not working on it. I'm just trying to learn how it works.
Oh.
And what I found actually, and this is quite important, is that I think everyone with the usage of AI will be able to do Reno DX mod. Even if you cannot program, even if you cannot read code, you don't have to set up anything. You will just ask your AI assistant, hey, this is the Reno DX, create a mod for me, and I will tell you if the mod is good or not. And this is how we will make Renault DX mods, because this is how I did one.
Oh, you did one like that?
Yeah, it's not finished, but
yeah,
I
but
spent
so
like,
basically you give the AI feedback. Okay, well, this is looking bad over here. Fix this or that, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I didn't even do a setup. It set up everything for me, downloaded everything for me, set up my machine to be ready, automatically launched the game, turned on the reshade, just everything. I didn't have to do anything. And these tools are going to be easier, and the Renault DX could get implemented into many games like this in the future. It's not ready, I think, yet, but it will be so easy.
What I don't understand, what is really crazy, is how the developers don't do it on their games. Like yesterday, I installed the demo for Mortar Shell 2, and the game doesn't have HDR. It just doesn't have it. So we already have Reno DX for Unreal Engine. Why can't they just copy and paste that? Just what would it take? Because really, Reno DX, what it does is actually the code is there. They can see it. They can see how it is. Just copy and paste. It's open. They don't even have to pay for a license or anything like that. And actually, they can reach out to Carlos. They can reach out to the Reno DX HDR Discord and just improve your game very easily. Like, I just don't get it why it's so hard still for these companies to do it.
I can actually explain it a bit, but it's really simple. It comes down to the ignorance for the HDR spec and the pure mess of the whole situation about HDR, because people were sold a lie. IPS HDR monitors and developers are not focusing on that, and most people sadly still got those. Once there is palpable base, especially like a PC community that will require proper HDR in games, that's when we will start getting that. Most of the developers don't even know what HDR is. They will tell you it's high dynamic range, but that's it. They will tick a box in Unreal Engine that will make the game HDR compatible, but they will do no additional steps to calibrate it such that it looks good and correct. And for me, trying to do the Renault DX mod, I can define what HDR is for me right now. It's just SDR with more details, better colors, and more highlights. That's what we want. It should not differ from the SDR, the HDR in itself. You should get just more detail, and that's it. The color should be the same, picture overall, mood should be the same, everything should be the same, only the highlights should extend higher, and the color space should extend a little bit more, so we will get more colors. That's it.
Yeah.
But nobody, so little people even saw good HDR, because what we call HDR in movies, for example, that's not what HDR is. That's
no,
just
some for the most part. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Keep going.
I do have this projector here, and the only reason why I got projector is movies, and I can explain that why. Movies are so shit, the quality is so horrendous that you don't need QDOLED to watch movies. My screen for projectors costed $3. $3. It's shriveled. It's just barely hanging onto the wall, and I don't care, because for the movies the immersion experience for me is that it's big, and that's everything I need. But in games where I actually can get the quality of the pixels to be extremely good with HDR enabled, that's where it counts. That's where the HDR spec can actually be used.
Exactly. That's why I have always said that really the only way to fully see what all these high-end TVs are capable of is gaming, because gaming is uncompressed. Like, you can see real-time computer graphics. You have the chance to see crystal clear pixels. When you watch a movie, you're looking at a film grain black floor. So a black floor is all noise. you don't even have perfect blacks. And then the HDR grading many times is like 400-600 nits or even 1000 nits. That's not even enough for the TVs we have today. So many times, and also 24 frames per second. I absolutely hate that too. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the difference I actually saw and started caring about frames per second in movies when I migrated or upgraded my LG C2 to S95F. Because what S95F has way worse is judder. And it's not because the panel is 165 Hz natively, but for some reason, at the same screen size, I was getting nauseated from 24 frames per second horizontal panning, and I didn't get that with the LG C2. So there you go, there's a difference between OLED and QD-OLED. For me, at least, the biggest one is that I could not watch movies on it. I literally couldn't. I had to use frame interpolation, which I, well, shamefully love.
No, I love it too, because I cannot stand 24 FPS in any way. And no display, not even on the plasma, which is the best you can get for low FPS. Now, we have another super chat here. Let me address this one. Thank you very much, man. Tell the guy GK is going to publish a 4500 nits mod for S95H on AVS forums soon, he said. Plasma is the reason I know about the HDR Discord and RenoDX community. Sorry to come late. What is this guy? Handle or channel? He doesn't have a channel. Are you planning to start a YouTube channel? Well, let me tell you, if you want, this is a very good reason. If you want to get into it, you have something here. I would recommend you, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, this is a good beginning.
I don't think I have a time for YouTube channel, all right? Because I have a lot of things in my life that I need to take care of. But man, like, at least publicly telling people about the things that everyone's missing, you know, that it feels good. Oh, my screen just,
I can still see you.
I know, but you know, I got my 10th screen signal disturbance this day. It's really bad with the One Connect box, so that would be the only reason I would upgrade.
Yeah, and right now someone just bought an S90F. S90F 65 inch right now is $1,200. That's just crazy. That is so cheap. Like no other TV makes any sense right now. In the US, the 65-inch QD-OLED, and the S90F is the brightest semi-glossy QD-OLED. That's a no-brainer. If you need a new TV, that's the one. Yeah. So let's see. I'm missing. I mean, we got a lot of comments on this one. I'm sure I'm missing. Let me see if I. Let's see. Okay, well, let me get one of the last comments. I gave up from matching screen color with real life color because screens cover 75% of human color vision. Long way to go. Yeah, I mean, we still need more brightness, more color. We still need better displays, and I think we need a lot more hertz, especially.
That's very, very true. But if anyone's like wondering about the future of HDR spec, we will get it. Every panel will be HDR capable in few years.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we are a little bit farther away from the motion to be perfect than the picture quality when it comes to at least the HDR spec. I think we're gonna get that way before we get the refresh rate.
We have so much more to go for the motion clarity to not be sickening. I think people will look back at us enjoying our 120 Hz monitors and they will laugh. because you know we will have like 10K at least simulated motion clarity on OLED level. We will have that.
Especially after coming from CRTs, you know, this era where we lost CRT motion and then we are just suffering sample and hold until we can get up the refresh rate. It's just a very long, regression, a very long time regression.
Well, I can tell you right now that for people who are wondering how the hell we are going to achieve the frame rates needed for 10K per second, that's so fast that you will hear it. Coils actually whine at 20 kilohertz per second, 20 kilohertz per second on the CRTs, and some people can hear them. It's very, very pitchy sound. I absolutely hate it. That's one of the reasons I cannot stand CRTs. They squeak for me. It's a very, very high pitch noise.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm gonna go. I need to go take a piss. I was coming from the street. I'll be right back. Or if you want to end the stream, I mean, I can have you another time. Also, I think it will be a good stream with Luke. He was the one who initially removed the matte finish on his TV, and maybe we can have a chat about that. But finish your idea. I'll be right back, and then you decide what we want to do. Okay?
Okay, sure. I'll just write it here so I don't forget it. I will wait on ya.
I'm back.
Oh, hello again, Plasma.
I don't hear you yet. Okay, so what do you want to do, Mark? Should we wrap it up and then we can do another one another day, or do you want to keep it answering some of the questions we have?
I can answer questions. I drank a lot of caffeine today, so I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. But I just wanted to extend, the topic onto the kilohertz panels that we have, because we will soon be able to achieve those frame rates.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is some kind of a sleeper topic. There was some discussion about it in And I think a year back when NVIDIA unveiled it, it was Reflex 2. I think most people remember who are actually into panels, what that tech was promised to deliver us. And there was the leaked demo of Reflex 2 that was supposed to work like Reflex 2 is supposed to work. And guess what? The developer who made that leaked Reflex 2 work in the Unity game, and Daniel Owen did a demo on that, and he said that he didn't like it, alright? Well, there is another version, fixed version, that fixes all of the artifacts on the screen that Daniel Owen saw, and it really works. Like you see 90 FPS as 240, or whatever arbitrary number you choose. So from my experience, and I tried it, once you hit 90 FPS with Reflex 2, you can do 480 frames per second. I actually has been lended a monitor for this to try it. 480 hertz OLED monitor. I tried it and it looks absolutely phenomenal. It's like 480 frames per second. You cannot tell the difference. And it's absolute mystery to me why we don't have it yet.
But let me ask you, okay, well, first of all, send me a link so I can try it. I do have a 360 hertz monitor. I would like to try
Okay.
that for sure. And I will make a video about it. But based on what I understand, Reflex 2 is not supposed to improve motion clarity at all. It is supposed to improve the responsiveness.
It will improve motion clarity to some degree, but I'm talking about the responsiveness here with combination of motion clarity. Because the Reflex 2 will improve the motion clarity to the degree that it can guess where the things will be in the next few frames. And if you have enough of them, it will interpolate the motion for you to such a degree that you won't feel smudginess. You won't see it. It will be like if you had the native frames per second there. So with my experience, I don't have high-speed camera to confirm this, but I couldn't tell the difference from 480 frames per second to 90. I just couldn't. When I turned that off, the demo is really janky, but it works. I still hope it's up. I have it downloaded on my PC somewhere.
But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're saying you could not tell the difference. You're talking about the artifacts.
Yeah, I couldn't see them. And
but you tell. But it looks like the having 480 FPS.
Yeah, it does. It looks like the max refresh rate of your panel.
When I tried, because Reflex 2 is not supposed to be a synchronous reprojection. It's not supposed to be that. It was only supposed to improve the latency part, but not reprojecting. So the thing is, when you are reprojecting the same frame, I made a video about it. I forgot exactly my conclusion, but there was an aspect of motion that did not improve. Let me see if I remember it. So basically, I would have to watch my own video to remember that, but not everything, not all aspects of motion improve because I forgot. I have to watch my own video to remember it. But it was not like just having render frames. Even if you had no artifacts, or you could not see them, like you would not improve. It's like the same with improving, not the same, but for example, if you improve the motion clarity by lowering the persistence of each frame, you are improving eye tracking motion. So basically 500 FPS is 2 milliseconds of frame persistence. So if you have 500 FPS sample and hold, or you have 120 FPS or 100 FPS and 2 milliseconds of persistence, when it comes to eye tracking, yes, they will look exactly as clear, but there are other aspects of motion that don't improve. Like for example, when you are focused in eye tracking one object or looking at an object uh, at the center of the screen, and then the peripheral view, your peripheral view will notice that lack of frames.
Oh,
That you're
sure.
gonna see it more smoother with more frames, even when eye tracking looks exactly equally as clear.
You can try this yourself if you have a CRT monitor that's 60 hertz. Uh, Third-person games, if you focus the camera on the character and do a really fast spin, then everything apart from the exact center of your camera vision will be distorted, right? That's this effect that you explained.
Yeah. Yes. But when it comes to the asynchronous reprojection, I don't remember exactly what was it. Um, so there was one thing that did not improve at all. That I said we need more frames. It doesn't matter if we have asynchronous reprojection. But I don't remember what that was. I have to watch my own video. But yeah, it's still what you're saying is very, very promising. I wonder why Nvidia announced that such a long time ago and still not on any game.
Yeah. Well, and the worst part about this, it works on every single at least RTX GPU, and I think the dev who implemented that said it works even on the 1000 series. It doesn't use any AI, so if all GPUs can do it, it's absolutely, well, there can be a conspiration theory, right? Like if we released something like this to the public, who would want a strong GPU right now? Because you will just need some arbitrary number and you're good. But I don't think it's that. If Nvidia had this kind of technology, they would find a way to restrict it to their GPUs and release it anyway. But I really hope that we will get this technology to at least confirm or disapprove what I just said, because what I have seen, that's all subjective. It's only me saying that. I don't see anyone on the internet having the same opinion, because people really don't talk about this. So I will send you the link, and by the
Yeah,
way,
I'm gonna try it.
I sent you the link like a year back, something like that. And what I got from your reply was that, well, a good point, good valid point. The guy who did this mode has like a Patreon, and he locks much of his stuff behind a Patreon wall. So it's not
Oh.
really, like, support this kind of behavior in the space we are. I don't think that's healthy.
Yeah.
So that may be a problem, but I will send you the link again. I will just copy the email I did.
Oh, so
you don't have to-
basically, if I make a video, I cannot tell everyone just go and download it for free and try it yourself.
You
They
can.
will have to go and.
Wait, no. I think this post is actually free, but it's on the Patreon, and this guy has been known for making paid DLSS mods, which is.
Oh, I see. Okay, we'll see what we do. Just send it, and I would recommend you check out that video, because I don't remember exactly the video I did about asynchronous reprojection, where I clearly showed. I don't remember what it was, but there is an aspect of motion that doesn't improve at all. That we just need more frames. So basically, I said yes, asynchronous reprojection is great, but we need more FPS. Like you cannot just do from 120 to 1000 if you want. It's not gonna be the same as having more frames, even if you don't see the artifacts. But I don't remember what it was. I have to watch my own video.
Sure. I can.
Or test it again, and if I test it again, I would see it, but I don't remember. I want to get a Pulsar monitor. I wanted to get a Pulsar monitor for review, but MSI hasn't replied to me yet. Maybe, see, the thing is, these companies, here's the problem with all these companies. They want you, if you make a video about their product, they want you to have a link so people can buy it, and I don't do that. Because if I have an affiliate link that you click and I would make money, that it would make me more likely to give that product a positive review, right? I think the only way you can have an unbiased, and not even then, because I'm biased because I'm keeping the product, or maybe not. So the only way you can have a clean video where I am not influenced is if I don't make any money if you buy it or not. See, if I have a link, an affiliate link that you can just click and buy the thing, that's gonna make me want, and then that happens, and then I make money. Then next time I'm like, yeah, I want to people to buy it, so I make more money. See, so I don't want to have an affiliate link. I think that just completely destroys the the review. So really, the cleanest review you can get is someone who buys something with their own money, no company sends anything, and they say whatever they want, and there's no link for you to buy anything. That's the reality of the situation. If a company sends me something, I am getting compensated just by, for example, this controller. They send me this for free. But the thing is, I would not be. Oh, you got your own? I would not be just super positive because they send it to me, because I already have it. See, so I already have it. Yeah, but next time if I talk bad about it, they might not send me one. But I'm like, okay, if it's bad, I'm not gonna tell you it's good. But all these companies, they want you to have a link, and they want you to basically just run an ad for them, and that's what you see on YouTube for the most part. It's just people running ads for these companies, and I hate that because that completely kills the purpose of my video.
That's not a content. You are watching an ad. You are watching a long ad without any additional valuable information. I can just go to their page and look at the text ad.
Yeah.
That is full of incorrect statements anyway.
Exactly.
I can actually have a conversation with you. I don't think in this stream, but I can have a conversation with you in another stream about controllers, input lag, and really in-depth, I would say, running games on your Windows machine. Because I have heard you talking about how different experience it is to have 8,000 polling rate controller versus 1,000 polling rate controller, and the difference between motion fluidity while you pan the camera. And there are some interesting topics that you can delve into while we are talking about inputs in games that run on computer, because just the simple fact that the game is not on a full screen, borderless full screen, but there is like one pixel missing and it renders your desktop underneath, that can cause frame pacing issues. And there is a way to find out if you have the best possible conditions for trying out controllers in games, because most people actually don't know how to check this. And there are tools that will tell you, hey, this game is set up correctly, you will not have any input lag. I made it much simpler, but the problematics of input lag are just a huge rabbit hole.
Well, let's do this. Look, we've been live for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I know there's a lot more things we can talk about, and you seem to be a very knowledgeable person in the space, and we might be able to do another stream if you have the time, if you want to do it and talk about something else. I think it would be better to have a dedicated stream for something like that, or the DLSS, the NVIDIA stuff, Pulsar. Maybe I can make the video and then we do a stream together, or something like that. So I think that's gonna be better, because people see. I want more people to see this. If people see a 4-hour long live stream, no one's gonna click on that. This already very long. So I really appreciate what you did here. Let me know when you post the videos. I will share the link, or maybe I can put the videos together. Let's see. I'm not good at editing and all that. I would have to download an app to do that. So
well, I will just tell AI make one big video from this and be done with it.
Okay. So I really appreciate what you did here, man. Thank you very much for sharing this, so more people can see. Maybe if they are in the European Union, maybe don't try this if you don't want to go through this process, if it seems too hard for you. But I really appreciate you sharing this, and sharing your knowledge, the things that you know, and you are welcome to come. Just we can do another stream about one of the other topics if you want to talk about. And yeah, thank you very much, and thank you everyone for being here. This was a great stream. We had a lot of engagement. Thank you very much for the super chat and for all the members for the support. Is there anything else uh, you want to address, or do you guys have any other questions before he goes? Something that you want to make sure we address here.
Yeah, I would like to thank people that they seem to be interested in this topic. We need to show Samsung that we want these types of panels, so that's one way of doing it.
Absolutely, and they don't care about us, man. That's the problem. Samsung does not give a crap about enthusiasts because they think we are the minority, and they only care about making money. But it is really sad that they could have just the best. They could have it better because they're still the best, even the way they are. That's unfortunate. They could be better, and they are not because they don't care.
Yeah, so I will make one big video chronologically, so it would actually make sense when it starts and when it ends. And you can post it on your channel, do reaction or whatever, so more people can see this.
That would be great, man. You can send it, and I can work on it. Well, thank you very much, Marek. I know you from a while, the channel, from the comments, and you have sent me emails with very good information. You're one of the best people we have. The best people here on the channel are those who give me support, of course, and the people who they give me that, hey, this news or look at this software, or look at this or that, because that helps me create more content, especially when I'm busy just practicing my guitar. So I really appreciate you. I know you from a long time, just from the comments and your help. So thank you very much.
I know your channel from the moment I purchased my LG C2 because I wasn't happy with HDR experience. I wanted to return that piece.
Yeah, me too. So I wanted to share that too. So thank you very much, man. So we'll maybe do another one if we have a chance. Maybe with Luke, and we can talk about this again, or maybe something else. So thank you very much, man. We're gonna leave it there. Take care.